Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature, and boy do I have a vintage and super obscurity for you today. We've got some models here from Eureka Miniatures out in Australia, and if you've never heard of them, you should, because they've put out all kinds of fun, interesting stuff. But we're going to take a look specifically at some of their more holiday-themed figures. If you're familiar with the movie Babes in Toyland, the old Disney movie based on an old opera even before that, there's the big toy soldiers in the big climatic scene. And so Eureka has a set of what they call the Toy Town soldiers. And they are very much, obviously, inspired by the movie soldiers. Now, these are all metal. And I can say that these are a very specific, market for people obviously familiar with the movie, but being as it's getting close to the holidays, these are perfect figures for that time of year, especially if you, watch the movie, familiar with, like if you're a fan of the Nutcracker, things like that. Just toy soldiers like this, very traditional looking, always remind me of Christmas time. So, they have quite a variety. You see, we can have the guys with the Shakos. We've got, if I can get them out of the bag here. They don't want to get out of the bag. You're going to have to join me, my friend. Come on. We've got our bearskin options. Very plain, nondescript faces. Uniforms are just vaguely, Napoleonic looking. And in addition to the infantry, they have a variety of cavalry options as well. I know with games like the Silver Bayonets, not Silver Bullet, from Osprey by Joseph McCullough. This might be a fun option. So we've got our Lancer here. Even feeling this metal compared to the more traditional miniatures that we usually have on this channel, very much a old school metal toy soldier feel to them. Now, if you're curious about the size, I'm grabbing just a traditional Space Marine. I was going to say I don't have any Napoleonics. That would have been a fun one to put them with. I'm sure some people can come up with some interesting ideas here. We'll grab a North Star Frostgrave plastic if you wanted to go the Silver Bayonet route and have some kind of giant animated, toy soldier monstrosity barreling across the table. Might be something interesting. Now, on this channel, I always like to show off completed models, especially along with models in the rough. Obviously, there's no real gluing here outside of the Lancer's lance. That is going to need to get drilled out. But if, you're playing with this kind of stuff anyway, I'm sure you're quite familiar with having to do that. So, I enlisted the help of my dad, who is a big fan of these, to the point where he has been painting up entire armies of these figures at this point. And I thought this would be a great time to show them off. They've got a bright, glossy paint job, which, in my opinion, for figures like this, is absolutely perfect. And my dad, being the devout painter that he is, cannot help but continue to paint and paint entire units. So those guys you just saw that were all bare metal are most certainly going to be added into the ranks here. So you can see we've got figures in all sorts of poses. Setting up our red army, and you kind of have a couple bearskins. I honestly think these would be really fun to have for skirmish gaming. So we've got a vaguely British red team, and then for the blue team, we've got some vaguely Prussians to battle with them. They're little, are they pickle hob helmets? Gotta have a captain. Speaking of captains, gotta love the big goofy hats. Now, because they're so top heavy and forward leaning with the horses, my dad went ahead and glued the little wheeled tracks onto some MDF bases. Gotta have some for the opposing side also, right? The name escapes me what unit that is at the moment, unfortunately. Well, this has got a red base. Because the blues have the blue bases. That's right. Oh, lifeguards? This guy needs to get glued back on his base. So definitely a fun little option as I just keep piling them out here. And funny enough, Eureka also offers up these figures in a chess set, so my dad went ahead and grabbed some of the chess pieces. I believe that's where these are the king models from that, but they painted it perfectly in line with the rest of the Toy Town soldiers. Some hussars even. You can see there's a good bit of variety in terms of what's available. Mounted command unit. And of course the drummers. Gotta have the musicians. I'm sure there's a bugler in here somewhere as well. At least I thought I saw one. Maybe I'm imagining things. Now, my dad got a little lazy, and I don't blame him for not wanting to have to paint the flag, so I printed those out and glued them on. I know he loves his command options. Likewise for the English. Drummer for the red team. One of the Lancers. And while we're at it, some Highlanders. Now I know that's not a specific kilt, but if you're going to have Highlanders, obviously, you got to have the bagpipe. The colors make me think Gordon, but I'm out of the loop. I wouldn't be able to tell you which. I don't think it's supposed to be a specific clan or unit. I'm just popping them out here so you guys can see. Unfortunately, the blue team is a bit outnumbered. We do have a mounted king guy over there on the red. And, oh, we have to have the madame for the blue team as well. And there's still a bunch in the box, but I'm not going to get them all out. But I will bust these out, because why not? These are original Marx figures from the 1961 movie that my dad's had banging around in boxes of toy soldiers for many, many years, but these are significantly larger. As you can see, they're going to stomp their way. I think these would really be fun to have some kind of silly Christmas skirmish game. But definitely, I mean, I can see the vibe totally. Fun stuff, and I know there is quite a variety of models, poses, figures. So if this seems like something fun, something different, and definitely obscure, give Eureka a good look. They've got some fun stuff there, and like I said, they paint up quite nicely. I don't think I'd be able to do them as much justice, but I know my dad's really into it. I mean, he's like, if I can get that in focus, painting all the little buttons and everything on every guy. Fun stuff. So yeah, we'll let you guys take a look at that down below. With that said, though, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.